Nothing much, man. Just got over COVID about a month or so ago.
You,
I know you did the same thing. Like it was like
yeah,
you messaged me and you were like, "Hey man, I got COVID. This shit's trash." Well then,
yeah,
I don't know, week later, I was like, "Man, I don't feel good." And I come back
yeah.
positive, and that was the roughest stuff I've ever had in my life.
Bro. I was down for a couple weeks, and
Right.
it was more like energy than anything. Like I've slept so much for that time. Like I don't know what it was, but I would
Yeah.
sleep a full night. I would be up for maybe an hour or two, back in the bed again for a few hours, and I just kept doing that over and over and over.
Yeah,
So
they were telling me that the best thing to do was to at least get up and walk a couple of minutes a day because if you didn't, then
yeah,
that's how a lot of people, end up in the hospitals because they just lay there and they just moan and groan all
right,
day.
right.
So
So yeah, man, shit is people think that shit is a game. That shit you don't want that. Telling you.
don't want that at all. And I don't think I had it bad because I was only down for a couple of days. But when my parents and my family got it, I don't know, a
Mhm.
couple years ago when it first happened, I mean, they were out for 3.5 weeks a month, like literally. And I
Yeah,
was like, everybody was in their separate ways, and I'm just sitting here alone. And I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? Because you don't want to watch no more TV. You're like, I'm sick of TV. I'm sick of TikTok. I'm sick of everything. So
mhm.
you just run out of shit to
Yeah,
do.
hell yeah, yeah.
But man, look, I appreciate you coming back on. This was your idea to do the hardest games that we've ever played. We usually do 10 of them, but today we're going to do five because
Okay,
I was looking at some of the previous ones, the collaborations we've done, and I've seen that they have my listeners and I guess your watchers as well have some questions for us, and I've got three questions written down here, and I figured we go ahead
okay.
and answer them if that's cool with you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool.
Let's do it, man.
Let's just
What's
jump.
what, three
What?
times?
What now?
This is number three. Okay, you know what I'm
Num-
saying?
Number three or number four?
Uh, Well, either way, you know what I'm saying? Three-time, four-time champ. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. All right, the first one comes from Jasmine, and she wants to
Okay.
know. She says, "You guys talk a lot about movies. What is the best
Mm.
and worst movie that you've both seen this year?"
Okay. Okay. See, that's a good question because of the this year part. Um, Best movie I've seen
I know my worst movie
now.
without a doubt.
What is it?
My worst movie is Jurassic World Dominion.
So I
Dude,
seen that in theaters as well. I see so many
I
movies
do
in
too.
theaters.
I see a lot of movies in theaters. Like, but
Like,
when I saw Jurassic World Dominion, man, I was so bored. Like, because I love the Jurassic Park movies. But this
right.
one, to end the entire six movies or five movies that they had previously, and a they just kind of like went away from the dinosaurs. That was the one thing that kind of bugged me was like now they're secondary characters when it's called
Hmm.
Jurassic for a reason. And,
Hmm.
and then they just took the whole nostalgia with Sam Neill and the other characters. They took the nostalgia and they made it too much. Like they would have been fine. I don't know if you've seen the new Ghostbusters
Of
Afterlife,
course,
where the
I'm telling you,
original
I see a
where
lot of stuff.
where the original Ghostbusters come back the last 15 20 minutes of the movie, and I thought that was fantastic to do in nostalgia. But with the way they did Jurassic World, man, I find it was too much, and it was too damn long as well. It was like 3 hours long.
You know what killed it? I mean, well, I thought the movie was just fine, but I thought it was also dumb. There's some movies that I think are still like
Right?
fun to watch, but they're dumb. Bruh, when they go to the facility and they're doing their little sneaking around, there's no security in the entire building. Like they're
Nowhere,
just this is
nowhere.
a $1 billion like facility that's doing illegal stuff and there's no security and they're just I was like, yo, this is not good
What
story writing right
what
here.
was also stupid was the way the villain had gotten killed at the very end, where he just gets trapped in this little bitty
Oh yeah.
container, and I was like, "What is
Yeah.
all this
Yeah.
for?
Yeah. Yeah.
They could just locked him in here the whole time, and he would have been killed anyways."
Yeah. Um Worst. I'm not gonna say Jurassic Park because I mean you already said that. I'm trying to think. Did I like? I have to pull up a list.
The House of Gucci was kind of bad. That was kind of Gucci.
I seen that in theaters too.
That was rough.
All right, see, okay, see if we could do fiscal year, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then I could just easily low hanging fruit easily say the Matrix. Terrible, god awful, everything I thought it would be from the trailer. It was trash. It was very. I seen that in theaters too. Right? It was really bad, man.
See, I didn't because I wait until the hype is somewhat over with so I can adjust and assess and see if I really want to go. But when I heard how bad it was, I was like, you know what? This is just going to be one of the HBO Maxes that I'm going to watch. And we talked about that in depth last time. The Matrix was just absolutely, I mean, it was terrible. And to say that Keanu Reeves as an executive producer signed off on that shit. You know what I mean? It was
man, he got a check. You know what I'm saying? He's a big name. That movie was not
was not good
at all. I genuinely haven't seen a lot of bad movies in a theater, with the exception of The Matrix. Jurassic Park could have been better.
Yeah.
House of Gucci was that's like a real story, I guess. And I really like the actors in it. I thought everybody did a good job. But that's how they get you sometimes with those all-star casts. They put all those people in there. I actually seen House of Gucci and King Richard on the same day. Like we went to a movie, went to lunch, and then we went to see the second one.
Dude, that King Richard movie. That King Richard was phenomenal. I don't know I don't know anything about sports or Vanessa Williams, but I was like, it's got Will Smith in it before the controversy happened. I was like, who's not going to like Will Smith? And then the movie turned out to be the best movie I saw last year, in my opinion.
I really liked Spider-Man was really good.
Obviously.
I really liked, I went to see the remake of what is that? What is it called? It's a musical. West Side Story. I went to see that. That was really good. I seen that in theaters. What else was good? Because there's only a few movies I missed in theaters that I really wanted to see. But I'm just gonna go with those two because those are on my mind. But yeah. Those two, those three probably did it for me. And the internet is so whack though, because I don't think the internet likes very much of anything, and I don't really if I get on any social media and I see somebody saying something, like a bunch of people saying something's trash, it never stops me from going to go see it, bro. Because these people, they don't like anything, and if they do, it's like they either love it or they hate it. Like there's no middle of the road, or this was decent. It's always you know what I'm saying?
Well, I will tell you, I'm deciphering between three of which were the best movies I've ever seen. In theater this year is what I'm saying. This year.
This year. Okay. What you got?
I've got The Black Phone. Have you saw that?
No, that's one of the ones I missed.
Holy
unfortunately.
Shit. Holy crap, dude.
Bullet Train's good, by the way. I don't know if you
Nope, I have not seen the trailer. The trailer didn't irk me. The trailer was like, It just looked like a beat 'em up. But The Black Phone was
it kind of is. It kind of is.
The Black Phone the Black Phone was really great. I mean, phenomenal.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like I went and saw the first It in the movie theaters, right when it first come out. The one that happened in 2017, and I remember feeling like, holy crap, what a movie. I felt the same thing with The Black Phone as a horror movie, because now as a horror movie fan, I feel we've been just getting a crap panned. Like they're not good. They're all psychological thrillers. They're not good at all. But The Black Phone is definitely worth the hype. Of course, you got to get Top Gun Maverick in there.
I saw that as well.
Top Gun was pretty. Go ahead.
I seen the original the morning before we went to see the sequel, because I'd never seen the original.
Okay, and what'd you think? Did you think which one did you think was better, the original or the second?
No, the second one's better. I think the second one's way better.
Way better.
I think it's way better.
And Miles Teller, that guy's phenomenal. He kind of won
Yeah.
me over with Whiplash, but that Top Gun, man, he was great. And of course, everybody knows I'm a big Elvis fan, so of course the Elvis movie is my favorite of the year right now. I don't think it'll ever change.
Okay. I haven't seen that one yet.
Woo, man, that movie, that movie's rough to watch.
I'm gonna check it out because with movies like that, like King Richard and stuff
Mhm.
like that, I go for actor performances way less than I go for story. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm already
well, if you're
knowing,
going,
you know,
I'm going to say this: if you're going for actor performances, I'm telling you,
yeah.
as big as an Elvis, if I was not an Elvis fan, I still watched this. I walked out of the theater because I actually what was cool was I actually got reached out and I got to see it like 4 days early in the theaters before it come out, so I was like at a premiere. But if I wasn't at that, I would have said the same thing I said was I felt like I was watching Elvis Presley and his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, on in the movie. I didn't think I was watching an actor.
Really?
Dude,
Okay.
I will send you over some pictures that I've seen, and they like take the like. There's a scene where Elvis is like sitting. Real life Elvis is sitting at a piano, and the guy Austin Butler that's playing Elvis is sitting at the piano. They have his pants at the same length Elvis's was in the picture, the same socks, the same foot. Exact. I mean, it's crazy. Even if you don't think the movie is good, you have to respect the fact that they took these scenes and they like choreographed them to be like exact perfect to the original. Like it's crazy.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, man, it's um that's Jasmine. There's our answers. I hope we answered them thoroughly. Number two is from Remarcus. Chase has a successful YouTube channel, and you, Dylan, have a successful podcast. Is there any advice on how to maintain?
Mm.
I guess you just got to.
Ooh.
I guess you just got to keep going for it. I mean, you can't stop. Because I've learned easily. Like I've wanted guests on the podcast, and they just don't do good. So guess what? You don't have that type of person on again. Like if they are a certain area, like for me, the paranormals do surprisingly well. Like the aliens and the ghost hunting stuff do surprisingly well. Um, you like the entertainers like you, I guess what I would call you. They do pretty good. So it's kind of like you have to know your niche, and once you figure your niche out, is kind of when I think it's all gonna maintain.
I agree with that. I like my cats coming over. So I mean, honestly, like I've been doing this for a long time, and I mean, anybody who really gets into consecration, they could probably talk to you for like hours about
Yeah,
that particular question as well as like anything else. Um, I mean, honestly, the niche thing is a big deal because it takes a while. Some people never figure it out. Like, what is their like little piece that they could carve out for themselves as far as the kind of content they do. Um, or they don't spend enough time doing one thing or noticing that it's kind of working and just doing more of that. They kind of
right,
jump around a lot
right,
and then like not really you. I hate to say this, uh, because it's you want to have fun with this, but people don't really look at their like analytics and stuff. And how do I know that? Because I wasn't looking at my analytics until like the last 2 years, because that tells you first of all how people found your content. First of all,
right.
starting you need to know where the traffic's coming from, because that's important, because then okay, I need to keep doing this, and it'll tell you pretty much everything, age demographics and all that kind of stuff. So if there's a particular group you're trying to target, that your analytics will tell you if you're actually doing that. And then the other thing is, and I'm notorious for this, you just have to post. I don't post enough, especially on my primary channel, which has quickly become my secondary channel over like the last 5 years. I mean, you have to post. Like you can't like just be gone, because it makes it very easy for YouTube to stop suggesting your content and start suggesting somebody else to the viewers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And it gets it's really easy to forget about a creator, and then you're like, damn, I haven't seen a video from so and so for like a month, and then you go to their channel and see if they've been posting.
Yeah, it's the same thing with kind of like podcasts. Like I do once a week, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do better because once you realize that once a week is okay, if you're looking at Joe Rogan, once a week is like more than average what he could do. He could do half a day or, half a week, whatever. But doing once a week on a podcast being somewhat new, you probably need to go at least 3 or 4 times a week just because then you're going to have more episodes. More people are going to be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're going to get more episodes in a more abrupt time. But yeah, I think yeah, like you mentioned, just be active. Be more than once a week, twice a week. Be kind of there every day because that's how you're going to learn and how
Yeah,
people are going to. Because the more content you have, the more iTunes, YouTube, Google is going to put you out there. They're not going to put you out for one video.
yeah, yeah. That's a problem too. 'Cause, yeah, a lot of new people come on and they like, hey, I've been doing this for a month. I'm not growing. It's like, bro, it took me 2 years to hit 10,000 subs. This is not
It's not.
fast for everybody. It's just not. I know we see all these anomalies on the platform where like they just blow up and they're getting like ridiculous. That's just not. It's not going to happen for 99+% of people. You're gonna have to do it the slow way, like everybody else.
Yeah, I'm still grinding. I'm gonna tell you what I did yesterday. I do the Adobe like the Photoshop. I make my own like promo cards and stuff like that. I went on there and I took the podcast logo and I took a big no sign, the big circle with the slash in it,
Yeah.
and I morphed the no sign onto the podcast art and I just put it up on my Instagram story and my Facebook and didn't say a word. Do you know how many people messaged me as like, "Oh no, you're leaving it. What's going on?" And those
Yeah.
are the people that are like, "I don't give a shit you put a podcast up." But once you end it, they're like, "Oh." So I realized what I was doing. You're doing it for a ploy, and I think I say that to say, do ploys a lot because those work surprisingly.
Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff works.
A lot of
People are
work.
really into like the dramatics,
Right.
you know.
All right, last question we're going to do here, Chase. We'll get into our top five. Jamie wants to know, as of today, what video game gets dubbed best game of the year in your minds?
As of today,
I'm
oof.
of this year, so today. So, unfortunately, I have the thing of going in here and looking, so I have my answer already. But I just just dropped these on you. So my answer would be the best game of the year that's come out so far. I put Horizon Forbidden West. I know there were a lot of somewhat casual bugs in there, but I thought the game was the most beautiful game that's been come out this year, and it's the predecessor Horizon Zero Dawn was absolutely phenomenal. So I think Forbidden West as of this year is the best, but we still got God of War coming out this year, and they moved Harry Potter to February of next year. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait for that. So yeah, Horizon Forbidden West is my answer to that question, Jamie.
Um, I'm gonna be honest. This year has been a little slow
Really
to
slow.
me. To me,
Really slow.
I've been playing more indie games than anything. I platinum Horizon.
Hmm.
Uh, I really enjoyed that game. Really buggy.
Really buggy. Really buggy.
It
Really
was really
buggy.
buggy. Um, I did not play Elden Ring yet. So any Elden Ring fans, I know a lot of people prefer that to Horizon. So I can't speak on the game because I haven't played it yet. And actually, the reason I haven't played Elden Ring yet is because I played like Death Stranding. Don't ask. Just, it was a
Okay.
challenge. I platinum that, and then I platinum Horizon, and I had played like two other really really long games. Because keep in mind, like Horizon, I think I had 100 hours or 90 hours. I needed to take a long break from long video games. So I haven't played. I haven't intentionally played any long games or RPGs since Horizon came out. So when I do get back into it, I'm gonna play Elden for sure. Uh, I just like
Are
I
you
don't
gonna
even.
are you gonna when you do Elden Ring, are you gonna put it up on your channel or are you just gonna play it personally?
I'm probably just going to play that. I may do some type of content. I just don't know what it's going to be. But it might just be Horizon, just because like I play out of the new games. I played Halo Infinite. I really love that campaign. Horizon. I mean, I damn near. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me just look something up real quick.
Stray. I don't. You've played Stray? I saw that on your YouTube. Stray
beat
Stray was pretty damn good to be a short.
It was good. Yeah.
And that was easy to platinum, anyways.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that. You know what I mean?
No,
this game of the year.
No.
Yeah, man. Out of this year, I've not played a lot of new big games.
Yeah.
Like I've been playing like Tunic and Slay Spire and all these indie games like lately. So, but it'll be Horizon for now. We'll see what happens in a couple months. And I don't know what the deal is with Starfield. I don't know if it's delayed or not. I look forward to that. And actually, God of War, like any fan of that game is gonna say that's their most anticipated game. So obviously that goes without saying. But I was really looking forward to Harry Potter, and they delayed it. So I was, I was a little bummed out about that.
Yeah, but maybe it's for the best. I always look at that. Maybe something was up and they delayed it till February so we can give ourselves 2 months to fix it.
For me, that ship has sailed, believing that delays equal complete product. We didn't get burned. It really started in like 2013 or 14 when they started, delay, still messed up. So I hope. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I don't know,
man.
I don't know.
No, man.
Rockstar Games kind of. Hey, are you there? What the hell just happened to
I'm here.
Can you see me? Am I all right? Something just my
yes.
laptop just went black. I don't know what's going on, but as long as you can hear me and see me, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, man. I'm with you. I've only played like 3 or 4 new games this year. Literally, like it's like I just started playing. I've had the game, just never played it. Maneater, the shark game.
That game is fun as hell.
It's fun, man.
That is fun. I beat that. I did all the challenges and everything.
It's hard as shit too. I was like, damn, this is hard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's DLC for that. I don't really do game DLCs that much. I might actually check that one out though.
So. What I haven't been playing recently is Nintendo Switch, and I'll tell you why, and this is a PSA here. Those games are so damn expensive, and they never go on clearance.
Actually, yeah, I've been playing Kirby Forgotten Land. I started Pokemon Arceus when it came out.
Okay.
The thing with my Switch is I have periods where I play the Switch every day for like a 2-3 weeks, and then I don't play it for 2 months. I really play it when I'm like away from home, if I'm on a trip or something like that. So I haven't even really gotten into the Pokemon like that.
All right, man. Let's we're gonna jump in right now to our top 5, suggested by Chase here. Top 5 hardest video games we've ever played. Now this can be from the beginning of video games, as long as you've played it. Consider it to be hard. So you want to go first? You want me to go first? How are we gonna roll this carpet out?
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
And I do want to say my list is just what came to mind. The important thing to note is I didn't want to do. I felt like I wanted to do 1 or 2 games from like each era. If I would have just said hardest ever, it'd be all like Super Nintendo and Sega games, simply because of the game over mechanic. So I didn't want to give 5 of those. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to have stuff that was more recent. So I'm gonna go with.
Now, are you going from 5 to 1? That's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma at number 5. I foolishly. Now you play a game like maybe you played a game like 15 years ago or something like that, or even longer than that, and it was hard. Be like, man, I'm grown now. I'm gonna play it again, and you are worse at the game now. Bro, a game is so hard. And I put the games on hard difficulty, that's going to be the reason some of these games are on here. Not because of how it is on normal, but because I put it on the hardest difficulty. Ninja Gaiden Sigma is absurdly hard. Those enemies with that grab mechanic and all that kind of stuff, poison and all of that. I should never have done that. I bought it, the remake, like with 2 or 3 games on Steam. It's a nightmare of an experience. You know what? I don't think I'll ever beat it. I may never try.
Yeah.
I just realized this.
That's how
That's number one, bro, or number five. Excuse me.
that's how my number five is as well. Is you think it's hard when you're
Okay.
younger, and so you grow up and you're like, man, it's gonna be easy. I've got and a lot of people are gonna laugh at me, but to me, this is one of the hardest games to ever platinum, and it's SpongeBob:
Okay.
The Battle for Bikini Bottom. And dude,
What?
that game was hard as hell. And then I did the remake, right? I was like, oh, the remake's good. The remake is like 5 times harder than the original. It
I
is.
didn't buy the remake. It's harder.
It's way harder, man. Like there's one scene like the worst for me is like the Dreamland. I don't know if you've ever played the Bikini Bottom, the battle for
I
but
did. I played that in
oh,
2018. I played the
okay.
original.
Okay, yeah. But the Dreamland in it, and they just make it 10 times harder. Like it's crazy, and you can't even pick your difficulty on the game. So like that makes it
Hmm.
even irritating because it's like it's crazily for me now, and I play games on regular. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that Battle for Bikini Bottom for me, man, is one of the is a rough one for me. It's crazy because I will have a super easy game be hard for me, but a hard game be somewhat similar easy. I don't know what the hell I just said there, but yeah,
Now I know what you're saying. One, they kind of get you because like they got characters that's kid for the kids. You
yeah.
like, I'm gonna get on here. This will be easy. Wrong. I was on there screaming, especially
But
like those
but it's like
those
but
Dreamland levels.
right. How is an 8-year-old supposed to beat the game? Like I don't even know
I
how
don't
I was
know.
able to play it and figure it out and have an 8-year-old mind and go, okay, well it's telling me to go 60 yards that way. I don't think an 8-year-old could. Well, an 8-year-old today could figure it out, but I couldn't back in the
Now,
day.
they had the thing where you was rolling. You had
Yeah,
to roll, and I
right,
had all the I was losing my mind, dude.
right.
Okay, that's not a bad one. Um, number four. Let's see, because man, I could shorten my list. Number four is going to be Crash Bandicoot 4, bro.
Okay.
That was so ridiculous. That the mask mechanic where they
Yeah.
started making you use like multiple, and then even at the end you had to use all of them. I think I promise you I died 80 plus times on that last platforming level where you had to do all the masks in sequence.
Yeah.
I even I farmed 99 lives in preparation for that level. And I used more than 80 because they keep giving you
Right.
lives right there where that checkpoint is. That game was so good though. That game was so hard though.
You know, I I'll say this about Crash 4. It's on my list because it was so hard, but I don't know if I liked it better than the original trilogy because I feel that they made it too hard because
Uh
I think they could have took the masks out of the whole situation and you could have the game still would have been damn hard.
it would have, but I personally, outside of it being hard, I think it's the best Crash as far as design. The
Right.
level design was
Now that's
it
different.
was
Now
just
that's
good.
different. Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And those costumes, I ain't man. Some of them costumes, I ain't never have a
I ain't
chance
never
to get.
gonna
It's
get. I'm
ridiculously
never
hard.
gonna get because I've platinumed the original trilogy multiple times, but the fourth one, there are so many hidden boxes. Like they're off screen. They're somewhere you're not even gonna look. And I was like, you know what? I got to probably the third island, and I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna because it was like you're pulling your hair out. It was
Yep.
terrible. Number four for me. And I feel this is the hardest in the whole entire series, and that's The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild
Yeah.
on Switch.
Thing was tough.
That game was
It
hard
was
as
tough.
oh my goodness! Like the first I don't know first 40 minutes or so, maybe the first hour, I had died like 15 times, and I said, okay, I understand exactly how this game is gonna go. But hey, I mean, it's Nintendo. It looked fantastic. The story was really well done. Um, I think they're making a sequel to it. I'm
Yes.
not too sure, but
Yes, they are.
and they said it. So I heard somebody saying it was going to be harder than Breath of the Wild, and that may be a game I'm not going to check out because
You gonna get it.
I'm
You
gonna
ain't
get
gonna
it.
get it.
I'm gonna get it.
You
Yes,
gonna
I'm
get
gonna
it.
get
You gonna get
it.
it.
No, but Breath of the Wild, man. Like there was one thing in particular. Like it's in the first hour or two. For me, that was the hardest, and that was I kept going up this snowy mountain, for example, and I kept freezing to death. And I kept looking around, kept looking for thing. How the hell am I supposed to know I got to go catch 12 fish in the sea, come back, make a coat, and then that coat's got to go all the way around to the other island to get, and then go all the way. That was one of those games where I was having to look up on people playing on YouTube and figure out what the hell I was
Mhm.
supposed to do because that game was tough.
Typical. See that's just like stuff you had to do on Ocarina of Time and then the Majora's Mask game. So
Yeah,
those three,
and see,
they
I
it's a lot of that.
it's a lot. But the game was beautiful. It looked great. It run great. I didn't have any problems with it, but it was tough.
Okay. Number three. This is the reason this is on the list is because I just played this
Okay.
recently and it's fresh. I've not really gotten into the rogue likes like that. I'm not opposed to them. They're very well made. I haven't played a lot of them.
Mhm.
I really do like them though, or some of them. Little did I know, so there's this game, it's called Slay the Spire. All
Okay.
right. It is a rogue-like card game. I don't even play card. So there's this YouTube channel called like Best Indie Games or What to Play or something like that. That might be two channels.
Mhm.
And like I go on there because I like to play indie games, because the AAA games, we know how that goes more often than not. So like we're gonna play those, but sometimes I just want to play, a smaller game. But anyway, I had this game called Slay the Spire, and I kept seeing it. It was on my wish list on Steam for like a year, 6 months, whatever. So I was like, I'm looking for something new to play. I knew I wanted to play a different style game. I was like, let me get this. It's like $15. So I bought it. First of all, boy, that thing is like crack. Yo, that game is, you will be on there. Oh man, I'll just get on here. I'll do like 2 runs. And if I don't get it, I'll just get off. Wrong. Bro, that game, unless you got time to keep failing, is ridiculously, first of all, it's really good. It's the best card game I've ever played, although I haven't played very many. But it's just hard. Total RNG. Like, I think there's a lot of like sick office jokes on there. So as you play, you fight the enemies. Like you get perks and stuff, but some of the perks take something away. A lot of the perks, it's like,
Right.
okay, you get 900 gold, but you can no longer see what the enemy's going to do. So you don't know if they're going to attack, whatever they're doing. So it's like, who would agree to that? There's that kind of stuff. And then there's 4 different characters with 4 completely different decks that you have to learn, totally different strategies. If you go on Twitch or YouTube or Reddit, there's entire subreddits dedicated to strategies and decks and all of that stuff. It is incredibly strategic. And the bosses are such a troll on there. Like my boy been trying to beat that game for a month. I finally beat it. I screamed so loud and immediately uninstalled when I was finished. But the game is phenomenal, especially if you got, I think it's on the Switch. So if you got a
Okay.
Switch, you wanna, you away from home, Slay the Spire, yo.
Slay the Spire. Cool. My number 3 is another one we just talked about, Crash Bandicoot 4. I think it's called It's About Time.
Yeah.
No need to say anything else about that. That was very tough. So I'm going to go straight to my number 2, and then you can just give your last 2 on that one, make it go even. Um, so my number 2, and I wasn't going to do this, but I said, you know what, I have to. And it's and I put 2 on here because they released a Switch version of it, and it's the Lion King and the Aladdin from the Sega Genesis back in the day. Whoo! those games, they're not long. You can probably beat them in a couple of hours, but there's just no
2 hours.
checkpoints. Like there's no checkpoints. So like if you get all the way to the final level and you die, you have to go all the way back. And it's one of those irritating games. It's kind of reminds me of like Cuphead. And Cuphead was one of those where if you die, you gotta go all the way back to the beginning. You know, with certain checkpoints. But yeah, those Lion King, Aladdin. I think they did a Tarzan one. Those types of games are the hardest, I think, for really anybody.
Yo, I'll put. First of all, that was my number one, so I'm gonna pick my alternative now.
Okay.
By the way, the Lion King.
Okay.
In my Discord, anywhere I go, as far as like if I'm on stream with the homies and all that Discord,
yeah,
you know, a lot of people, you know, I'm much older than a lot of people now, so like a lot of the younger people, they didn't start until PS2 or PS3, Xbox 360. They don't know hard games, bro. Like they think they do. Yeah, some of the games is hard.
Yeah.
But when there's a legit mechanic where you lose all your lives and you go back to the very beginning of the game,
very
and start
first
over,
level,
no progress. You keep nothing. You die 5. Think about how many times we died playing like Cuphead, Elden Ring, any of those games.
Right.
And you die 5 times and they make you go all the way back to the beginning before the tutorial. Lion King is absurdly. I've made so many bets with so many bold people because they're on the younger side. They think, oh, you might be good at these games now, but I promise you're not beating Lion King. I didn't bet dudes. We used to do these group bets where me and a bunch of other people, we all put money up. We didn't bet as a unit $500. You're not beating Lion King. You got 4 hours to beat it, and dudes is quitting. They quitting 30 minutes in, 20 minutes, because that is absurdly hard. I never made it past the level where you swing across the tails.
Yes. The monkey and the elephants or the hippos.
Yeah, and then like the giraffe where you got to jump over the things. I never made it past that. Dudes is not making it past that.
And the rough part is you go, oh, okay, if I'm losing, I can go all the way back to the beginning. I'm going to have a memory. Yeah, but then it doesn't work like that. It's not like a Crash Bandicoot game where you go back to the first level and then you can go, oh, okay, I missed a jump here. Here's a jump here.
No.
Those are terrible. And I don't think I've ever beaten the Lion King. I don't think I ever.
Who's not beating that game?
I wonder.
They're not beating that. Bro.
Obviously, somebody has beaten it before, but I wonder, has anybody beaten it within the past 5-6 years at the?
Of course.
You think so?
Of course. I don't know any of them.
That's what I'm saying. I don't either.
YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. This is a vast place of people with a certain skill set. I done seen stuff that I ain't never think I was going to see. So I guarantee you somebody. But what I'm saying is, nobody in here watching this is that guy. You're not beating that game, yo. You're not beating it.
Yeah, it's not unbeatable, but for me, it's unbeatable. There's no way. I wouldn't even go back and try to do it today. There's no way.
Man, it's unbeatable for 99% of. I'm telling you, that's ridiculous, bro. And it's not. The thing is, these games on Sega, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, they're hard, but it's purely the game over that makes it to me impossible. If all these games that we're talking about had checkpoints and no game over, it would beat it. We'll all beat it. We'll be mad as hell. We spent $40, $50, $60 on it. We beat the game in 2 hours because you'll beat all of them. But game over, when you introduce that, and there are some games that have game over now. They have Iron Man mode and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Outlast 2 might have had that. I don't know which one of those scary games. But there are games that had that. Who's is not playing on that? But look at the trophies. You'll see. Anyway,
so that you put Lion King as your number 2, right? Is that what you just said?
I'm saying you used it, so I can use this other game I had.
Okay.
So no, Lion King was number 1. By the way.
Okay.
So that was my number 1, but I have an alternative.
Okay.
I will tell you that I'm on my number 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. Number 2. I'm gonna just do this because it's recent. All right. I never played a Halo game. I never played a campaign. Okay. I didn't have an Xbox I did have a 360, but by that time, Call of Duty was the big guy. So I never really played Halo. I did dabble a little bit, but I never played a campaign before.
Right.
Bro, I play Halo Infinite. Off rip, I put on Legendary. Yeah. All the Halo fans is like, yo, I'm so happy you playing this, but you a damn fool. Like, we don't even play on this. Like, I can't believe you're doing this. I said, man, I'm going to do this. I beat it, but my God, that was hard.
The final boss at the very end of the game was so hard, even on the regular, even on normal speed, and I can't imagine what. Yeah, but who plays Halo the hardest level possible?
Man, I was screaming. I thoroughly enjoyed it though, because the thing is, when you put on Legendary, it's a 1 or 2 hit kill, likely a 1 hit.
Right.
If it's a heavy or something, you're finished.
Right.
So like, they had those damn like guys with the hammer would be chasing you while the snipers are shooting you. If you get sniped, you're done. It's a 1-hit kill. Right. I know how I did it, bro. This is how I play. All right. Once the computer starts cheating, I'm gonna find a way to cheat too. So I found cheesy ways.
You gotta cheese every game, every Halo, Halo.
Yes, I found a method that I showed people how to do for every boss, except that last one. I ain't had them. I did have a little method on there, but for the other ones, I found methods to beat them every time. I'm not playing you fair, dude. You keep one hitting me, you're a cheater. So anyway, Halo Infinite Legendary difficulty was phenomenal, but it was super hard.
You know, I think you say you cheese it, but I think that's kind of the normal way you have to play those Halo games. Like there was one in the new Halo where Infinite is I think that's what it's called, where you have to like the enemy comes upstairs, you have to shoot the enemy once, jump downstairs, and have it follow you. Like I think that's how they want you to play it because that's how the Halo 3. For me, that's the best Halo game of all the Halos that they've released. That's kind of what you had to do in Halo 3. You kind of just had to play hide and seek with them.
I had to play Gears of War 4 because I played on the same. And that was the first Gears I played. I had to play that like that, and I would like aggro enemies and then run all the way back so that nobody can spawn behind me and they all be, I mean, the usual.
So for my number one, I think this is going to be a numerous of people's number one. I've never beaten a game. I'm never going to try again. It's Cuphead. That game for me is one of the games that will make me break a controller 6 times over. I cannot stand Cuphead, man. I dislike it with a passion. I'm not gonna hate it because it's a good game, but it gives me the Sega Genesis Lion King vibes. Like I can't stand it. It's one of those where you're like, you know what? I don't give a shit about life no more. Go ahead and end it for me because I'm tired. I hate it so much.
Did you get to the last boss on there?
No, man, I didn't even get. I probably got a little over halfway through, and I said, "I'm done. F it. I can't play no more. I couldn't play. I couldn't do it no more."
That last boss is a hoe, man. This dude, like, he got he got this table, where like a roulette table. I think, if I recall, I might be wrong, but either way, you fight him with the same health, and it's like multiple fights, and you have to keep 3 HP unless you get lucky and roll. Like, one of your health backers. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But no, I hear that. That's your number one?
That's my number one. It's Cuphead.
Okay.
You got any honorable mentions?
Oh yeah. Well, this game is designed to piss people off. It's one, I don't know if you've ever seen it. A lot of streamers was playing this a couple years ago, and YouTubers. It's called Getting Over It. I didn't play it until like a couple months ago. I shouldn't have played that game. I don't know how anybody can beat something like that. It's ridiculous. That game's ridiculous, bro. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Like, I respect the idea. It's a well-made game, but bro, that game there, like that. Do you play something like that, and then you're supposed to go like have an outing with friends? Like, you might be in a bad mood. It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. That's how I felt with my honorable mention is I Am Bread or I Am Toast. You ever played those games?
I played I Am Bread. I didn't play I Am Toast. I played I Am. Do you play I Am Fish?
Iron Fish. That's that. I think that may be one of the worst ones. You have to roll in the bowl. I can't.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It gets so hard
I
later
don't know.
levels, bro.
Whoever made those games, I think needs to be punished. Like I can't stand those games.
Yeah. I have. It says it's my actual number one though.
Okay.
The thing I did number two is Mike Tyson's Punch Out. All
Okay.
right, it's just not. Bottom line, Deuce is not beating that. It's just like Lion King. You're not beating it. Like you're not making it to Mike, and if you make it to Mike, he gonna knock your ass out. But I'm saying that, but like, it's so funny because before like YouTube and the internet gaming blew up,
Right.
like you would know people who were like really good at games, or we all knew stuff that was basically impossible. And then you get on these platforms and you see people beating us. There's a dude on YouTube. He beat Mike Tyson's Punch Out blindfolded, bro. I don't know how he beat it. What eyes he did it blindfolded? That's ridiculous. Deuce is not beating that game. And that's another game I'll put money up on that one. Deuce, you're not beating that game.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I mean, as soon as you move your analog stick, you're done. Like it's crazy. Yeah. I saw you mentioned Punch Out. I saw a Pawn Stars episode about somebody had brought a non-opened graded 10 Mike Tyson Punch Out original video game to the shop. And of course, of how rigged the show is, I don't really care. But they the game was worth around $500,000 for a video game.
Did he sell it?
No, because they offered him like 75 grand or some shit like that.
They're always doing that.
They always do that. Yeah. You can't blame some of those people. Like you can't blame someone because they're like, I'm asking $100,000. Well, if it's worth $100,000, why are you going to offer me $30,000 when you can offer me 60? Or at least it's not a low blow offer, and you can make at least 40 grand on it. Because I understand it's a business. I understand you have to make money, but do you really have to make $80,000 on everything you do?
I guess so.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Mike Tyson Punch Out. I had Halo Infinite on my honorable mentions as well. I have not played Ninja Guy. I don't even know what that is, but I've never played that before. It's on my list to play because I really want to check it out and see what that's about. But
I told you, man. If you want to go ahead and you want to do that to yourself, go ahead and do that. I also have Celeste.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure I've said several games that people don't know what they are. Maybe they'll go look them up. Celeste doesn't look like much because it looks like one of the old Sega and Super Nintendo games. The graphics. That game it's a platformer. That game is hard as hell, especially if you go for those strawberries. I also have Urban Rain on here because I played this on extreme or whatever difficulty that was. That game was absurdly hard. I had to fight those two big ass. I don't even remember their names.
Yeah,
I blocked it out of my mind. It was tough.
I've got I don't know if you have you ever played Jackie Chan where you have to go through like it's kind of like Jackie Chan's version of Mortal Kombat.
So I did a video.
Oh, okay.
I did a video like 3 weeks ago, and I had played a bunch of knockoff games in one video. Like there was an Uncharted knockoff. It was horrible.
Okay.
And then I played. It was called Jackie Chan's Kung Fu Master. I don't know if that's the same game, but it was an arcade game.
Yep.
Yo, I got to Jackie, which took me forever because the other people are a pain in the ass too. Yo, Jackie watched me. I swear to God, I think it was 12 seconds, yo. It was like 12 seconds, bro. I had never heard of the game. I just went looking for video ideas and I found that game and I was like, I gotta play this. Bro, bad idea. That dude's special.
Yeah. I was watching a couple of your other videos. I think because if I like a video game, then I will go search out you and there's a couple of other people. I'm like, I want to see how their thoughts about it are after I beat it. I don't want no spoilers. And I saw on that you were playing Spyro. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Oh man. So basically the story on that, first of all, is I got a challenge.
Okay.
Like my homie Ransom. He always be giving me these challenges and stuff like that. I fail most of them. I ain't gonna lie to you,
Uh,
because he'll give me the challenge, but I have to do it in a certain amount of time, and the deadlines. I just always miss the deadlines. He's like,
right.
all right, I want you to do Mass Effect on Legendary, Mass Effect the trilogy on Legendary difficulty, Platinum, because it's not just regular challenge. He's like, I want you to platinum these, and Spyro. I said, all right, I'm playing Spyro. I'm like, yo, it's kind of easy. This ain't too bad. Until I got to some of those levels where you have like 2 minutes to do these things, and then to get like the trophy. It was ridiculous. Spyro is really well made though. I never owned Spyro in the past. It was always Crash.
Yeah,
So
Spyro kind of brings me back to the Crash Bandicoot because they come around about the same time, and I remember being, I don't know, 8, 9 years old, going to like the local Blockbuster and renting the Spyro game, and when they did the reignited trilogy, I thought they did it very well. It was kind of like they did the Crash remakes. I think they did them very well, and they did them justice. And of course, they made the Spyro game, the new ones, harder than the originals. Um,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, Spyro, the first two games aren't that bad. If you're gonna play all three games, Chase, I'm gonna let you know the third one is absolutely it's god awful. Like those on the first one where you got that stupid little short wizard that you got to chase that does that like a Woody Woodpecker
I hate
laugh,
that.
and you have
Yeah,
to chase it.
I hate the
There
way.
is one
Yeah.
scene or one level on the third game where you have to find like 12 of those things, and you have like a certain amount of time to do it. Absolutely bonkers. They knew you weren't going to be able to beat it, but they're like, I don't care. I'm just going to throw it in there anyways. Crazy.
I'm bummed out. That studio is a very good studio. I think they're called Toys for Bob. I think they
Yeah.
got moved off of their own projects, and I think they're just Call of Duty devs now. Like Activision is like, notorious, and EA are notorious for taking people off the things they're good at and just putting them on FIFA and Call of Duty and all that stuff. So I don't know if we're going to get another Tony Hawk or another Crash. That's a bummer, but maybe we will. I don't know.
Well, I don't know how true it is. I don't really follow gaming news that much, but I saw a couple months ago that someone had picked up Crash Bandicoot, was moving it to Xbox or something along those lines. I know the studio picked it up, but they're moving
No,
exclusively to
yeah. So
Xbox.
Microsoft, remember they the deal is most likely going to go through. It hasn't gone through yet.
Okay.
They bought Activision in January for like
Okay.
$70 billion or something like that. And the studios that make Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, those are Activision studios. So
Right.
effectively, Microsoft owns the rights
Right.
to all those games and those studios. So yeah, it would be Microsoft's choice whether or not they want to go ahead and
Gotcha.
get Crash and any of those other games. You think about all the games Activision has had,
Right.
and there's quite a lot. We just forget because Call of Duty and Tony Hawk. They
Right.
have a
Yeah.
lot of games. So
Now, I'm gonna get a couple more things here. I will let you go. We're going on
okay,
almost an hour. If you're cool with that, so I want to know
yeah.
your thoughts on Call of Duty. Now, obviously, they're coming out with multiple games a year. Do you wish that they would stop putting out 3 or 4 games a year and just focus on one and put one good game out a year, every year and a half, or do
Come
you
on,
kind of?
Activision. We come on. They only
What?
put out one COD.
Well, I'm talking about
You said
they put out Vanguard, they put out World War II. I'm talking about all the one connectors, like when Far Cry, they put out Far Cry 5, and then
yeah.
they put out New Dawn, and then like 2 years later they put out 6. That's kind of what they're
Right.
doing with Call of Duty.
But they've been putting Call of Duty out annually since like 2007.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, right. But what I'm saying is, do you wish that they would just stop making them all year round and make one great game every year and a half or 2 years
Oh,
instead of just?
dude, that could be every annual game that you can name. I will say I wish they came out every 2 years or every 3 years and had expansions and stuff to completely change the game in between there so that it didn't feel like you were playing the same game alone. I mean, look at Fortnite. Fortnite has changed the game like 30 times and people are still playing that game. Regardless of how it's not as big as it was in 2018, but that game is still a huge game. I'm not going to play that shit, but
Yeah, yeah.
Call of Duty, I don't know if you know this, they're not putting out a Call of Duty next year. For the first time ever, they're taking a year off next year. So the Call of Duty we get this holiday is going to be a 2-year game. So am I happy? I mean, honestly, when I heard about the Activision deal, Microsoft getting them, the only thing I cared about, I said Microsoft. I don't care who owns this, or please fix this game. Please make Call of Duty the way we remember it and fix the game. Anybody that buys any studios, we don't give a damn. Well, I don't care who owns it. I just want you to fix the game. So I'm hoping, because I ain't gonna lie, COD is trash, bro. I love the campaigns though.
Yeah.
I will say the campaigns are good. Multiplayer, and I'm not talking about Warzone. Warzone is well made. I'm talking about 6v6. It's poop. It's poop, and it's been poop for years. It might be playable, but it hasn't been good for a long time.
I think the last great Call of Duty, not good story, but just great overall Call of Duty game they made was the original Black Ops. I thought that was standard Call of Duty, and then after that, it just kind of went downhill. Like they changed up a lot of stuff after Black Ops that I didn't really care for.
2010, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I like Black Ops. I love Black Ops 2 though.
Black Ops 2.
Especially in hindsight. You know, in hindsight, sometimes you don't always know how good something is when it's new and when you're playing it. And then a couple years go by and you reflect on it.
Yeah.
Especially when the last new, like the most recent ones are trash. You're like, dang, like it's actually good. Black Ops 2 is really good. That's probably the last COD that I thought was like phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like there's been like Black Ops 3. I like Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was cool. I didn't play it as much as the PS3 and Xbox 360 COD. That's really the only one that I was like, all right, this is well made. The maps are good. The kill streaks is good. Blah blah blah. But Black Ops 2 was the last like S tier COD for me personally.
Yeah. Do you think? Because obviously they'd already announced we're getting a GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6. Do you think it's gonna be worth the hype? Because 5, in my opinion, Grand Theft Auto 5 changed the gaming world forever.
Unfortunately, it did. Unfortunately, Fortnite did too. Like some of these games are so successful. Call of Duty, you know, especially the original ones from not the original, but the PS3, Xbox 360. They come out and they do something, and the industry is just changed forever, whether good or bad, however you look at it.
Yeah.
So I agree with that for sure. Well, what's your question about?
Do you think GTA 6 is going to be worth the hype because we've waited so long for a new game?
I hope. Yeah. I always hope a game's good. My concerns are that like a bunch of the lead writers and original people from the Grand Theft Auto that we've all played are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't look at that when games are in development and these are franchises, whatever they are that you really enjoy, you should be alarmed when you look and you see that lead writers and lead directors are leaving.
Yeah,
that's what happened with The Last of Us 2. We didn't need to go down that rabbit hole. You know, lead like writers and all that. So that's what's happening with 6. I don't know. Here's my thing about Rockstar, period. Rockstar was my favorite company. I don't have a favorite company anymore because everybody seems to just do bogus stuff. I'm really disappointed. I have a graphic that I've shown during my podcast many times of how many games Rockstar put out from like 2001 till 2009 or 8, and then how many they put out like from 2013 on. And it's ridiculous. They put out, think about it, Manhunt, Warriors, GTA 3, Vice City stories, Liberty City stories, Liberty City, San Andreas, GTA 4, Midnight Club, 1, 2, 3. They had a ping pong game. They had Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption. Just to name a few, there's more than that.
Right.
GTA 5 comes out. GTA 5 remake. No, GTA 5 redone for PS4 or Xbox. We did get Red Dead 2, and then GTA 5 again. So effectively, they've put out 2 games. No. They put out 1 game because GTA 5 is on PS3. That's 2013. They put out 1 game since 2013. 1. And I love Red Dead 2, Red Dead 1. They're not, I don't think they're working on any brand new games. Like, I mean, like brand new stories, not the same characters. I love GTA, but like, I always love when studios make new games as well. The Rockstar, they're in the doghouse with me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get GTA 6. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm gonna buy the game. But is it gonna live up? I don't know, man. Them shark cars ruined everything, bro. We didn't get DLC for the story on 5.
That's true. That's true. We didn't. 2 more questions for you. One is a fan or another one of those questions that we had from the beginning. But my question for you, Chase, is you got a Blink 182 shirt on. My rule is, can you name 5 Blink 182 songs?
No, I can't. But well, first of all, I have. What album was it? I could tell you what album I was listening to while I was working out. I listen to like everything.
Okay.
Like I'll put on any like rap album, then I'll put on I was listening to goddamn American Idiot the other day.
Day. Yeah.
What album is this?
Which one?
It has the song I'm Feeling This on there. Like 2002 or 3. I don't know the name of the album.
Talking about Enema of the State? Is that with the porn star on the cover?
I think. Yeah, yep. That's exactly what it is.
It's Enema of the State, I think.
Oh, no, it's not that one.
It's not that one?
It was after this. Hold on, I can tell you.
Let me look.
That is on... It's just the album's just called Blink 182.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Because normally people do that for their first album. They'll just name it after them. They waited about seven albums. But yeah, I can't name any. I'm sorry, I can't do this. You know what I mean?
I just figured I'd just have to nag you a little bit. But you mentioned
no.
This is a rap album. You heard the new Post album? New Post Malone, the 12 Karat 2.
No, I didn't listen to Post Malone yet.
Pretty good.
I only really been listening to well, as far as rap albums go, for the new ones like Kendrick, and then the Drake, which is apparently that's a dance album. That ain't that ain't a rap album. Yeah. I ain't listen to the Games album. That he got 30 songs on there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't listening to 30, so that's ridiculous, bro. I'm not doing that.
I'm tired of those double albums. Morgan Wallen come in just any genre. Morgan Wallen come in country music and did a double album, 30-something songs, and now everybody has to do 40, 50 songs. There was one my brother's wife's sister listened to, and the guy has like 82 songs on one album, and I'm like, do you realize that a lot of people only have 10 albums per album? He could come out with 8, 9 albums with just that one track listing.
I can't do it. And look, and here's the thing. Now that you asked, could I name 5 songs? Because I listen to all the music that I listen to only when I'm like working out, because I work out in the mornings. Like I get up at 5 in the morning. Okay. So that's when I listen to all my music like in the morning as far as like albums go. I couldn't tell you the names of 5 songs from like my favorite last few albums by name. Yeah, because I just, I know song numbers though. I tell you that number 6. You know what I mean? I can tell you that, but I don't always know song numbers though, or song name.
Yeah, that's how I am. I don't really listen to music that much anymore. I'll listen when I'm doing things or whatever. Yeah. But other than that, it's mostly podcasts or audio books, or I got the TV going in the background or something. Yeah. But so Stephanie wants to know, and I got this from one of your videos. She wants to know, I can't tell you what video, but I can tell you it's from one of yours. Okay. She wants to know, Chase, what do you do in a day? From wake up to go to bed.
That's kind of a hard
Well,
question, but on a
that's
normal day,
right. That's what I was going to ask. Is she talking about a
okay.
normal day or a day where you got to record videos?
Okay, so let's say a normal day, and a
Okay.
normal day is a day of me recording videos or
Okay.
editing.
Okay.
So we'll take yesterday, for example. No, today is Thursday. I'll take Monday. Monday, get up at 5 a.m. Get up, stretch, work out. From let's say 5:30 to about 7 a.m. Come up here. I'll start recording or editing, either one, because I edit all my own videos, and that's really where the time goes for content creation. If anybody's getting into that, if you don't have an editor, then you will spend more time editing than you will playing the games. If you actually edit your videos like I do, I edit a lot. I worked on a video this morning from 5 till right before I joined you, so that was 6 hours for that vid.
Yeah,
so Monday I get up.
Editing videos is crazy. Like I do those for the just for YouTube, and I don't do near about what the gamers or those people that just do YouTube videos strictly do, and I spent hours just trying to make the beginning look great. It's crazy.
Yeah, it takes a long time. But so 7:30 workout. And then after that, I'm recording or editing. That depends on if somebody in my house is asleep or not. I'm loud as hell, and I'm not in the basement. So when I get my next house, because we're looking at getting a new house, when I get my next house, I'm gonna get something where I can be in the basement again. You know what I'm saying? Because then I can scream at any hours of the day. But if I got people here and they sleep 7 a.m, I'm only do that. So if somebody's asleep, I'll be editing. If somebody's up, then you gonna have to deal with this. I'll be up, doing my thing. Let's say I record, and I'll have a plan. Like Monday, I'm like, all right, boom, I got to record at least 6 videos this day. I'm playing 3 games right now. I got to do 2 videos for each one. And these videos, I don't really do short videos on my second channel too much anymore. Because I'm trying to finish the games in shorter amounts of vids. So it's like that's like 6 hours once the video's edited and stuff. So I don't know how long it actually takes me. Then I'll have lunch. Let's say I had lunch around 1 o'clock. I'll go downstairs. I do meal prep too. So let's say I've already done meal prep. I could just go downstairs, grab one of the meals I already made. Then after that, back to maybe recording or editing for a little bit. By that time, I'm on the Discord talking to the homies because they might want to stream and they might want me to join them, or they might have videos that they want me to be in. So let's say that happens around 2 or 3 o'clock. After that, I might just be kind of just chilling, playing games or stuff that I'm not making content on. I might read do some reading, something like that. And then, you know what I mean? 6 o'clock roll around. That's when I'm starting to get tired. By 8 o'clock, I'm watching TV shows or movies or something like that. And then I'll fall asleep, from 10 to 11. Then I'm back up at 5 a.m. It's the same thing most days of the week.
What's the latest TV show that you've watched?
Oh man,
that you really enjoyed.
All right, I need to not be judged. You ready?
Go ahead. I'm not gonna judge.
All right. So I missed Breaking Bad. I never seen it. I just started watching it. When I started watching it? When I got COVID, bro.
Really?
I'm in the bed.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be in this bed. I need to start a new show. People kept talking about it. All my friends and somebody. I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna finally watch it. Get off my back. So I started it. I'm already on season 4. I'm halfway through season 4. There's only 5 seasons. And
man.
There's a lot of episodes on there. There's like 100 plus. So I've been watching the hell out of that. I watched all of the MCU shows. I just have to finish Miss Marvel. I have to start Stranger Things. I watched some Bel Air and The Witcher. I got to start that. So I'm behind, actually.
So what are your thoughts, as a longtime Breaking Bad fan myself, what's your thoughts on the show?
That shit's so good. I ain't gonna lie. People be hyping stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, yo, how could you not watch this? Like, oh my goodness, you this is a disappointment, and I expect this from you because you watch all the good shows. And I'm like, but I watch them late though. Like I watch a lot of shows not when they're like out. I watch them late. I did start watching some shows when they're current, but I was like, you know what? All right, man, I'm gonna finally watch it. Man, bro. And the thing is, I really get in this stuff. So I go on YouTube and I'm watching interviews from the cast members. I don't look at spoiler videos or nothing.
Right.
And the fact that this Walt Jr. was talking about how they didn't really have the numbers, that the fan base wasn't really that big when the show was out.
Right.
So they thought that at the end of each season that would be it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that the writers were able to keep or are able to keep the show going, you know, and they have to set up a possible ending every season in case they don't get renewed. The fact that they were able to do that and still keep the show going. And what I really like, we all watch shows and they got basically the subplot of the season and it goes on for too long. They don't really do that on this. Like, a lot of the conflict that they're working on for those few episodes is like from beginning to end happens in just a few episodes instead of a whole season where there's like this person they're worried about. So I really do like that. It's a great show.
Well, it's I'll tell you this, every episode leaks to the final episode, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you're not watching you're not watching it for filler just so they can fill another episode. Well, there is one episode, I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know what season it is, but it's
I could tell you I'm on.
Have you gotten to the part where, I'm not going to spoil anything. Have you gotten to the episode that has to do with a fly stuck in the lab?
I did. Okay.
Yeah,
that's that episode.
That's the one episode that everybody skips because it has nothing to do with the entire show. It's just them trying to catch a fly the entire time. So
the whole show. That was yeah. I'm used to shows doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
For like a bunch of episodes. So that's the only episode where I was like, yo, this is whack. I watched the whole thing though, because the show's so good. I'm thinking it's gonna be like the other show and this is gonna mean something. It never did though, but it was fun.
Yeah. I felt, in my opinion, the finale. You know, I'm not going to give my thoughts on the finale because it may flaw your thoughts. But I will say this: Better Call Saul. I just watched the series finale the other day. That show, brother, is better than Breaking Bad. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm going to watch it. I like Saul anyway. He's funny as hell.
I can't lie to you, man. I was sitting there because I never watched it. I was like, I'm not going to. Why would I watch Better Call Saul? We got Breaking Bad. And then something had happened and I was stuck here for like a week or two. I don't remember what it was. But I started watching. I was like, I'm going to watch Better Call Saul. I said, I'm going to. And then I started it and I said, oh, man. I said, I got myself into some shit now because I can't stop. Like, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Better Call Saul is the best version of, or is better than its predecessor, Breaking Bad. And I think they ended Better Call Saul better than Breaking Bad, which Breaking Bad didn't have a bad ending. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I'll just say that. Like, I said it's going to happen this way, and then it didn't. And I was like, oh, I'm a little upset that it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. But it's not a bad ending.
There's that movie. I don't know. Is it good?
El Camino?
Yeah.
If you watch Breaking Bad, you might as well watch that. I mean, it just shows you. Ooh, I can't say what it's about because it's gonna.
Okay. But well, I'm gonna watch it when I finish, and then maybe we can have a chat about that. Next time I come on or something else.
Yeah.
There's this video. I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok. So Aaron Paul, the guy that played Jesse Pinkman.
Right.
You remember the episode with the little kids, the peekaboo kid? The kid.
Where the guy comes to the meet and greet. Right.
Yeah. Well, they're actually twins. There was two of them. I didn't know that watching the show.
I didn't either, but yeah.
He immediately recognized him. I thought that was cool. Like, immediately.
But yeah, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. Breaking Bad is one of my favorite shows of all time. And I think it does, and as you said, it lives up to the hype. People overhyped it, but I think it lives up to it because it's that great. And you see and how great is Bryan Cranston in that role from Malcolm, the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. The guy
I love
is.
that show though.
Me too.
I
Malcolm
love
in the Middle
Malcolm
was
in the Middle.
great.
Well, he still has his Malcolm in the Middle, his Howl moments on there.
Right.
Like there's a scene where he's coming out of the school with his belongings, and he puts them on Jesse's car, and they get into an argument, and Jesse just pulls off, and all his stuff falls on the floor. He has a bunch. He hits his head like on like he's like bending down, pick up stuff, and then he hits it. Like he still does that. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and don't forget that Hal had a lot of tidy whitey moments, and we saw a lot of that in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
But man, look, man, we're gonna call it here, man. We'll be going a little over an hour, but I appreciate you coming back on here, and I apologize for. I hate asking people to come back on the show. I really do.
Man,
I can't stand
I
it.
told you this, man.
I know.
You can do that with them. You ain't gotta do that with me, man. Just we always make it work. So that
we make it work.
You good, bro. You always make it work. Just DM me. I try to get here when I can. Cause remember, I was in the mountains, bro. I ain't had no service, no Wi-Fi.
Where'd you go? If you don't mind sharing.
It's called The Mountain. It's in North Carolina. It's like this campground. So my girls, like her people, were having a wedding celebration, and they wanted to do it there. So we drove 11 hours down there. Shit. And I'm telling you, like there's cabins. There's one place that has power, or not power, Wi-Fi, but there's no phone service. There is there's nothing going on, man. You out there. I see how hack and slash movies happen. I swear to God, bro. That's what I swear to. Like the cabins don't have locks on them. Nobody's cabins have locks on them up there. Like, I see how it happens. Now.
So you were literally in Camp Crystal Lake, pretty much. There was nothing.
Yes.
There was nothing.
There's nothing there except for the facility, like the dining hall area, where you have lunch,
right,
or whatever, and that's it, bro. Everything else, just trees. Like there could be any animal. You know what I'm saying? Like it was real in the field, man. Like it was crazy, but yeah, that's where I was when you DM'd me.
Man, I drove 11 hours or 12. It was 12 hours. Drove from Mississippi, where I'm at, to Indiana. Dude, we drove straight through. There is no damn way I would do that again. Never.
I didn't make no stops.
We made stops like going to gas stations and stuff like that. But like, so we left.
Yeah.
We left at 4:00 in the afternoon, stupidly, and we got to Indiana around 6:00 the next morning. Probably.
Yeah, that's too late, man.
It was, and I was like, why are we leaving now? Why don't we leave at midnight? That way we can let my nephews sleep. My nephews can sleep 3 and 1, because God, I'm not gonna deal with their shit the whole way up there. And no, we got to leave right now, because if we don't leave now, then I was like, you know what? Whatever, but you paying for my way up there. And so drove 12 hours, stopping at gas stations and it's one of those where like you start seeing, like, you ever seen the movie Black Dog with Patrick Swayze, where he's so tired he starts seeing the dogs cross the highway? That is literally like that is a real thing. I never thought until I started driving 12 hours, and you're like, what, but cool, man. Glad you had a great time at Camp Crystal Lake. Glad Voorhees didn't come over and
yeah, hell yeah.
But, we'll come back on here before the year is over with. I don't know if we can do a top games of the year, because there haven't been that many that's been released, in my opinion, that's worthy. But we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out and get back on together. But
cool.
But yeah, man, you got anything you want to promote, put out there?
No. Nope.
You don't like promoting your channel, do you? That much?
No.
Why is that?
I've never.
Why is that? Like, is it like a?
I've been doing this forever. I've still not grown accustomed to self promo and being stopped in the street and all that kind of stuff, bro.
So if somebody stops you in the street, you just keep walking.
No. I'll talk to him. Hell no, I'll talk to him. But like, it's like always the worst times. Like I'm like washing my hands in the bathroom. I'm like, hey man.
That's rough. Like you're sitting at the urinal, they put your hand over, like, man, my hand was just on my dick.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I don't use the urinals no more. Right, I go in the stall. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stall. You know why? Real quick before we get off.
Uh-uh.
I was talking to Ricky and Trey. They're like,
Uh-huh.
yo, you be using urine? I'm like, yeah, what's the problem? Like, man, they be splashing back on you. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I never thought about that.
I swear to God, that was like 6 weeks ago. And I swear to God, now I always get on the stall. Now they've ruined me.
Damn, man, I think you may have. I think you ruined me. I never thought about it till just now. Everybody's piss and stuff's coming up on you.
Yep.
But Chase, brother, again, I thank you for coming on here, man. It really means a lot.
Anytime. Just hit me up.
All right, man. Have a good one. I'll let you go.
All right. Bye, guys.